Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East, where we're playing the Stalingrad to Berlin campaign. Once again here with February 11th last time. Let's take a quick peek here at the situation. Of course, for the Germans holding out in Tunis at the moment. We still hold all of the Balkans, Italy, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Denmark, and Norway, and Finland, pretty much. That's where we're at. If we go to the theater boxes specifically, let's start out with Finland here because we're close. It's at 99 now, so I actually need to send something back. Unfortunately, I just went a little bit overboard there. I still cannot get these guys out, and I don't know what the problem is. They've been there for quite a while. Yeah, just sucky. Anyway, I can send the 138th Panzer Battalion technically to Finland. It will take a while, but they have power enough to get Finland over 100. If you look at the reinforcement for the next turn, there is nothing going to Finland, and then the next turn neither. This is the Panzer Battalion that I just sent. So really there was a need to send something there. Quite a few of these did arrive and stuff like that, so that happened. And then next turn, on turn 14, we'll see that this light flank battalion will be gone. Pioneer battalion to the map. Westschnelle Brigade. It's just reinforcements. Mixed artillery. Reserves to west. Flashman Corps from Finland. Let's see if there's anything very important. The 167th Infantry Division. There will be 24th Romanian Infantry Division going into the Axis Reserves. Let's see if the 167th is actually allowed to leave. I actually don't want them to leave. 167th Infantry Division. No. Yes. Why do I not want them to leave? Well, the thing is that I actually want to take out the 9th SS and the 10th SS Panzer Grenadier Division if I have enough strength for that, and or 26th Panzer. However, with Western Europe being at 102, I can't even take out 10. So I think I can get 9th. Yes, I can. Okay, sweet. I'd rather take that to the map than anything else. Anyway, so Finland is getting reserves, or is getting more, and then of course they also now don't have enough air units. I took out a bunch of air units, and apparently that was a mistake. I don't have any air units here now, but I'll send a 430th Heavy Cannon Battalion over to the map. None of these are up to good enough strength that I'd be willing to send them. These will go to the Western Theater by themselves. I still cannot send anything away here, even though I'd want to. Naturally. Soviet Union garrison is 186 that I could technically take off. There's probably no Hungarian unit that would be weak enough. No. Gonna send that corps to the map. That actually did take out some, but very little. So, I mean, I do want those core. I actually do need an additional core on the map, so I'll take that. In Africa, I cannot send anything. I want to, like, for some of them they're hard locked into disbanding, but not all units have that. So some units can actually be prevented from disbanding. You can actually stop that. But not all units have that, unfortunately. Which sucks. One other thing that I think also kind of sucks is that even if I want to hold Africa, these guys are going to disband on the 33rd. Even if I hold Africa still by that time. I find that to be a little bit odd, if you ask me. But I guess there's nothing you can do. Italy, 106. Cannot send anything. And then Balkans is 102. So I can technically... It would have been possible to send something out, but I have nothing. Isn't this the Italian Stück? Yeah, Italy. That's right. I'm such a smart person for figuring out what the I means, almost. I cannot send anything there. Alright. Well, that means that the theater boxes have been taken care of. I'll be dealing with 15th. The 15th Infantry Division remained in France until after the fall of Stalingrad, but in early 1943, the High Command ordered the division to embark for Russia. On February 9th, it was on the Atlantic coast. 9 days later, it was back in action on the Eastern Front. Yeah. Where it remained for the rest of the war. After fighting at Kharkov and in the Donets as part of the 4th Panzer Army, the division suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Dnipropetrovsk in the summer of 1943. Reorganized as a 6th Grenadier Battalion unit, it fought in the battles of the southern Ukraine, including Krivoy Rog and Uman, and in August 1944 was encircled at Kshinev. Romania, west of the lower Dniester. It broke out, but suffered such serious losses that it had to be completely rebuilt. All of its grenadier regiments were reduced to 2 understrength battalions. Nevertheless, the 15th Infantry, now at battle group strength, was back in the line by October, opposing the Soviet advance through northern Hungary and Slovakia. By March 1945, it was reportedly in remnants. The next month, it was surrounded along with most of Army Group Center in the large pocket at the Deutsche Brot, just north of Brunn and east of Prague, and was there when the war ended. It surrendered to the Soviets on May the 5th. Well, since everything is still going to the south, let's keep up that tradition, I suppose. They will most likely go to 1st Panzer. I don't think I have anything else here either which way. Oop. This will allow me to see things a little bit better. Nor are there likely units that can move in and around here, but it's always worth taking just a fast look. Especially in terms of railing units. But it seems like I got that covered. Alright. Back in action here then, after taking care of that. Let's go to the 9th Army. Overburdened slightly. Not so much 3rd. And 16th Army can actually take some. But in reality, they can really only just take one more unit. And I don't have any core for it. So... Unfortunately, I do not have the ability to put any unit over into this Lightwood's hex. And I also need to reinforce the units there in Klin. Okay, maybe it is better actually to start here anyway. Can they take Laptevo? I'll most likely stay in that city because trying to move further is prone to get me in trouble, I think. Will it? Alexander Vasilevsky. Seriously, I just killed Vasilevsky? Well, don't mind me. Okay. Sure. I'll take it. Wow. What place is this, by the way? You know what my problem is here? I need to just get that out. Because I'm now too weak, I feel, in those areas even to keep up. A good defense. A bit sad I cannot get in there or into these heavy woods. I would have actually thought I might be able to do that. I can with you. Because I need to retreat with both of these. Like they need to go back and out. And they can hold that position for a turn, but I just straight up cannot hold it. So another point where that applies, like I can try to hold Kubinka, but once again I need a straight line, and because my troops are just too exhausted, like I could try to do some shenanigans over there, maybe. I do think that 3rd Panzer is still way too exhausted and bad of a position here with only 3 in strength. They're at a refit, but yeah, they're still only at 60%, so they need at least another turn just waiting there, doing nothing. Right. That's them. Then we have 2 cores which are also intermingled somewhat. I can change that. Just like this. That allows me to move this into Novofominsk, put up a depot, even though obviously, yeah, there's no rail line going there. Okay, I think, wow, 192 supposedly, holy shit. But game. This straightens the line. Just like this, and I just really need to pull back. This is an unholdable position against this, and this. These are two powerful divisions, but I can't very well move them here. Both 9th and 3rd Panzer are quite intermingled as well, and they're hard to separate here. I am, however, quite inclined to try to work with this encirclement in due time. So what I'll do is I'll certainly also try to go around this by some means. Can I not move in anywhere this way? No. I mean, that has to be the play, right? Take another hex. It'll probably take me another 2 weeks at least to clear this pocket, but at least now it's been broken up into 3 separate chunks. It's taken me very long to clear that. At any rate, I do want to put another unit in Klin. And, well, I could try to take Solnechogorsk and hold it with Großdeutschland. My front would have to look something like this. I mean, we already know that they have a unit here, here, or here. Because otherwise, yeah, we'd be taking it. Solnechogorsk was taken November 23rd. Given up 15th of December. This needs to go back. Okay. When we're looking at HQs, though. Technically, all of them are still doing their work now. So, why change a winning team, right? You're not doing super well either. Let's... I got the rail unit here. Let's move them into chair pets. You two. I mean, 43% is just no good. So allow me to get a few more units in there on the reorganization there. That should be pretty decent. Yep. Now, I do feel, first of all, putting them back there is probably pretty decent, because I don't need them up here, not anymore. I'll be moving them 2 down. Well, certainly moving you down. And you here. So at least I have double stacks and... they're vulnerable, but what I want to do is the following. You here. Let's see if these can push back the core. They did, although with terrible losses to the Hungarians. The thing though is that I'll put you in there now. Not exactly the greatest. I'd rather go into Lightwoods. Now, pull back from those. Move these up. That's 2,000 men more. Is this very weak? But again, ultimately the goal is to get the Romanians out, and this at least also almost gets another Romanian unit out. I'll put these guys down here for the moment. Another thing that it helps with, in some sense, is it allows... Well, there's still way too many supplies there. Yeah, shit. Their problem is that they just don't have the ammo, which is exceptionally poor in a lot of locations. Crud. I mean, some of the panzers are fine, but right, so there's 3 hexes of the Don that we have not retaken yet, in a way. Although they do have death stacks there again, too. Third motorized is incapable of firing a shot. It has no ammunition. In that sense, I guess 79th Infantry Division is doing slightly better. I'm gonna have to run out some units. Well, one thing that I actually am interested in doing is moving you in here to try and hold that position. You just need to get out. Once again, let's just get rid of that for a sec. I'm still unwilling to give up Cheerstachon with this 12th Panzer. Moving here allows me to get rid of the 4th Guards Airborne regardless of whether this holds or not, although I do think that finally this stack is looking reasonably well. One thing that I'd be looking to do now is getting units from 4th Panzer that way and units from 5th Panzer that way. So the fronts are looking a bit neater. What I'll be doing then is I'll be taking off you have 1850, so 18 is a problem. One thing that's for sure is that once I'm done, I desperately need to work on this rail line too again. We most certainly need another unit to move here. I need a triple stack now that they're at 3. Now they're marginally equal. Getting you out there for the moment will help them up to 45 too, and I think it's going to be necessary. Okay. That puts entirety of 4th Panzer on in that side and 5th Panzer on this side, except for the 3rd Motorized, but the 3rd Motorized needs to get out. They... shit. How's that rail line towards Svoboda going? 3 hexes in total. It will fix itself eventually. Okay, these guys will not get attacked, I think. So I have to let it go like that. I'll reinforce you. Put you in there so they'll go to the reserve or here afterwards. Sixth Panzer. Let's do that. What am I gonna do with you? I'd rather keep them there for yet another turn. Take off the Pioneer and the Stuck battalions. They'll suddenly look a lot weaker as well. How about 3rd Panzer? One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this Panzerjäger over in this corner because the AI has shown themselves to be exceptionally interested in attacking there with tanks, so let's just see how they will like that. I hope not a lot. But we'll see. We will see. Next situation here. I think this is fine for the moment. Probably. Yeah. The only thing I need to do though is still change some generals potentially. Group North is still von Kugler. I want to take a look at some of the higher ups. It's fine. Armor Group Center is still von Kluge. They have a couple of heavy howitzers. That's not how it's supposed to be. Sure, I need to send them somewhere. Let's also take a look at D. So you're a 6. It's not bad. It's not the worst. Neither are you. Eric Hansen, he is kind of bad. Let's switch him up. And oh, I need to do it the other way around. So inf going down. Let's choose this guy for this core 656. I can do better than that. Even with someone like this, Friedrich Volkhammer. Ernst Busch is a decent general. Model is still doing 9th Army. Let's take a look at some of these. Corps, Walter Weiss, 8 infantry. Not gonna complain about that. 23rd Corps, Karl Hilpert with a 7. Joseph Harpe is nothing to scoff at. Hans Zorn. 46th Panzer. Alright, so let's send these. If I can't have 46th Panzer, but I probably can't, so they have to go into the 3rd Panzer Army first. And Walter Gleisner has a 7. 20th Corps Otto Wheeler is also good general. Uli Kleeman is pretty good. Klusner 555 and a 6. I don't think so. Almost anything is better than that. So Rudolf von Bluenau or Buenau is already a lot better. 8 morale and other stuff. Okay, sweet. That puts me back to 16 AP. That's one more change. 55th von Roman has at least a 7. No need to change the 7. Straube 665 and then a 6 in infantry. That's gonna go. Or was it 665? So anything is better. Hans Schlemmer. 765 and 7 infantry too, so can't complain about that. You can't do a heavy attack. Court. If I move you down, that's probably better. Because it makes it a lot harder for the enemy to make contact amongst the various regions. What was I supposed to do? It's kind of out of nowhere. I kind of forgot what I needed to do here. Except change generals. I really suddenly cannot remember. Oh. It's recording time. I forget this kind of stuff so quick. I was like, oh, I really need to do this, and then I forget. One interesting thing here is that it's now almost a straight line. If you kind of like this, it would have to perfectly straight line would go right dead through Moscow all the way over here, then kind of like through Stalingrad, and I wouldn't have it. We'll see how the Soviets actually respond to this. This is. It's not actually threatening by any means, but so you're part of 3rd Panzer. Well, it's fine if I do it like this, but I need to zoom in. There we go. Certainly something all right. As usual, every enemy turn is very stressful, and this turn is actually no exception to that. I find, yeah, I find it to be exceptionally worrisome still. This, the AI has performed exceptionally poorly, and is kind of behaving like it did during the first game, where it's leaving huge gaps in its lines in order to create certain death stacks in other areas, and it's not working out very well for them. Certainly they would have done well keeping their front line intact. And not that the AI has lost in and of itself, but interesting that they've quite poor supply in that part now. So I wonder how much they're gonna ship to Finovets now. I guess the green might be fuel. I'm actually not sure what the different colors are. But we'll see. Seems like the Soviets are quite busy thinking. Oh no, they're actually doing stuff now. All right. I find their attempts to attack, this time they're doing it with the units from inside there again as well. Fairly interesting. Now that I've reinforced this, it's certainly no longer a joke. Last time I felt quite threatened, but this time around I'm feeling a lot more secure about what's going on around here. Another thing that might be worth to note is trying to attack into this hex if I feel that they're sufficiently weakened. These guys have performed 2 attacks, which makes them a lot weaker on the consecutive turn. Potentially setting me up for an attack on those guys. I'd much rather push the enemy out of this hex than dealing with Kolpino, which is encircled already anyway. Okay. I mean, that certainly is unfortunate. Not the worst. I just purposefully did hold there in order to have a bit of a better position against Soviet attacks there. Same here. There's a reason why I double stacked that. Okay. Fair enough. They used a lot of the forces that they have there in order to push me again out of Solnechogorsk, which obviously did work. But I do hope... Ah. Crap. I was hoping that would be the end of their attacks in that sector, to be fair. But it seems like they have plenty of juice coming still. I have to say that I'm very pleased about holding that. Not that I would not be able to handle a retreat there, but it kind of suggests that the enemy is almost spent in their attacking strength here. And I desperately need to start riling up down there. Ah, shit. Seems like... Please don't go to 2. It really does seem like these fortifications up here have had their best years behind them. All triple stack core type units. Can you believe it? Now, it's been serving me well enough for a while, and I will use these fortifications for as long as I can. No attacks on Stalingrad itself again this time. We'll have to see how the AI is going to divide its forces once again. Another Soviet front attacks. I wonder where this time. Also seems like they took back this hex, obviously. Oh, we'll see. Yeah. For the AI to get some local success there, it's unsurprising. Funny that... Ah, okay. Wait. That's a pretty good attack for me, for them to just rush the 43rd Guards Rifle Corps in there. They lost 2,000 men, I lost 100. It almost looks as if they just indeed ran headlong into my unit. They did retreat the core. They also took back some territory up here, clearly. Huh. Putting the tank corps in there. Fighting against core type units is definitely not something that the Hungarians seem to be enjoying, with excessive losses, even though these guys are only at 10,000 on that second attack, I guess. Having to juke it out with guards type units and stuff like that. Don't tell me that they've been able to create a patchwork through which they can escape now down there. I'm not too interested in this. Oh, shit. Okay. They've been moving that tank corps quite excessively down there. I can be happy they didn't get into Voronezh, which is completely unguarded. Alright, so I believe their assaults are done for now. See, and then these units just move away again. Though with things going like this, I do see a potential for encircling this. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look. Please tell me they were not able to... We'll see. Remove units disruption. Never seen that before. Yeah, let's just like in 1941, Moscow is so close yet so far away. You can almost taste it. Of course, during the last playthrough, during 1941, I got a lot closer to taking Moscow in the first year. I have a few more months. March, April, May, and June. 4.5 months to capture Moscow. And claim victory. Ryazan Tambov is 32, together with Leningrad makes 68, and that means that like at that point 68, it's not even enough for the 775. It would still require me to take Grozny or Astrakhan. And even if I do take Astrakhan, it's not enough for the 800. So that really still puts me on you need to take Moscow. And I really don't know whether I can do it. You can't overcommit because the AI will recognize that, and then you're just juking it out in some kind of attrition kind of warfare. That's not gonna work. So you also cannot force the issue of taking Moscow too much, but you do need to take it very quickly. It would just suck if we wouldn't be able to get the decisive victory. It'll be interesting to see how far we can get the Germans up to 944. I'll grant you that, but I'd much rather go for that elusive decisive. It would just be the icing on the cake here. 18th of February, it's actually my birthday. Soviets, jeez. Minus 240,000 on the map. Holy smokes, once again. Nothing going on there. Let's go through the info screen. Soviets 4.742 on the map. Right now. Losses. Let's again just go to total men. Looks like it's just falling off of a cliff for the Soviets at that. Total guns. VAVs. Manpower losses even higher than they were last turn. Gee. Yeah, their gun losses a bit less, tank a bit less, but still more aircraft. Alright. First up, it seems like these guys either just vanished or something happened to them. They cannot attack. They have a bigger force out here. We'll see how things go. They didn't attack these units. Interestingly enough, I'm actually quite surprised. And this is a pocket that did hold. This pocket held 2 this time, so at the very least I can clear that out now. That certainly helps. This turned into a bit of a disaster as that tank unit is going rampant. I desperately need some forces in that rear. I still feel like I might be able to cut off whatever units the Soviets have there, but Yeah, they push me back, but on the other hand, they're still weak in other sectors. This is completely empty. Yay! I did it! I cut them off. I can go into Siastroy. Yes. Yes. Okay, perfect. That will speed up my timetable. Very good. Very good. Okay. I'm pleased with the results. Not everything is going perfectly smoothly, but it's certainly manageable. Sure. I'll wrap things up here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. Finally, this pack. I'm just trying so long. Even though, I mean, this is what, 100,000? It's nothing in comparison to what they have there, but at least it did allow me to relax everything in this area, even if for just a little bit. Yeah. No, they brought reinforcements there. Oh well. Another way to encircle would be to move from here and then swing over to this side, say snagging another patch of forces here. That still leaves the Soviet with a lot of forces here, but what the heck? Well, it's gonna be interesting for sure. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.